a new money-making method that's going to allow you to make in the vicinity of 200 million per hour has been found, and today I'm going to show you how it works. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous with Down to Earth Astronomy. I recently did a quiz update video, but after that people told me about another method that's actually going to allow you to make around 200 million per hour. And I've been doing this for some time now and confirmed that that is actually correct. So let's go over the whole method and what you have to do and what you need. Now, the whole method here revolves around passenger missions, but it revolves around having as many economic class slots in your ship as possible. So the Anaconda is, as far as I know, the best choice for this task. What you need to do in terms of outfitting, of course you can do exactly what you want in terms of core, hard points. You need just over 13 light years of jump range. I think it's 13.11 or something. So make sure you have that. And in optional internals, we're just going to fit all economical class. A shield generator is maybe a good idea, because accidental bombs and passengers don't like that. So have a shield just to do that, and also make sure that you have at least 4 tons of cargo. So because some missions will offer cargo as reward, if you don't have your 4 tons, you can't accept the mission to start with. So there's no reason to don't get that. So get all the economy class modules that you can, fit a shield generator, and then you're gonna come to the system REA, as you can see here, RHEA, REA. Very close to the center, we can actually see Shinrata Desra over here. Here we have Sirius, other systems that we have around here was Sol. But it's, you can see here, it's actually pretty much the center of the bubble, so it's not that far. So you're gonna get your transport ship over here, if Anaconda, if you have it, and you're gonna come to the station called ITO Orbital, ITO Orbital, which I'm in here. And here we're going to be looking for a very specific type of passenger missions. So if we open up the passenger lounge here, first thing you will notice once it loads is that, of course, I've allied myself with most of the local factions. I still need 2 of them. And as always, the missions that I'm going to show you now, the payouts depend on 2 things. First of all, your reputation with the faction, of the minor faction that you are taking it from. So, for instance, in this case where I'm allied, I'm going to get a higher payout, or have a chance of getting higher payout missions than from these ones where I'm only friendly. So, when you come out here initially, you will have to get your standing up. We'll talk about that in the missions, how you can get your standing ups. The other thing is, these missions count as trade missions, not, for some reason, I don't know why, not exploration, but these count as trade missions. That means that your trade rank also affects you. See, I'm elite in trade, so that should also be maxed out right now. So if your trade rank is not elite, you're also going to see a lower payout of the missions. Okay, what you're going to do is we're looking for passengers going to LQ Hydra. But not just any passengers, we're looking for bulk passenger missions. See, in this case, we have 8 business people that are seeking transport to the LQ Hydra system, and they want to pay 2.6 million. That's a little low in terms of price, but we're going to take it anyway. Now, the good thing about these bulk missions is when we go in and pick a cabin, you can see all our cabins count as one big cabin, because these people don't mind if they share a cabin with someone else, like the other picky passengers, like tourists. They want their own private cabin. These guys, they don't care. They don't mind sharing a cabin, so effectively all your cabins count as one. We're going to accept this. Now I'm also going to see if I can find an example for a mission that you don't want to take. See, there's one here, for instance. This also goes to LQ Hydra, but this one says transport and then some name. And even though it also has several people, notice here that these passengers, first of all, they may be wounded, and if you get scanned with these passengers, you don't just get a fine. The station will open fire at you on sight, and they will kill you unless you have a very heavily defended ship. So don't take these missions unless you're really feeling feeling that you're good at silent running and can get out of the station quickly without getting scanned. So we're going to decline this mission. Another thing, because you can't get these missions, don't know if you can find one here, where people are not wanted. And you might think, well, then that's okay. Okay, but these are all wanted. But if they weren't wanted here, as it says here, look, if we pick a cabin, these are picky. They want their own private cabin. So even though these are only 2 people, they would actually take up a cabin space worth of 8 people. So it's not really worth it, to be honest. So to try to stay away from those types of mission where it says transport some person or some group of people. So we're going to keep looking and we're going to find these again. Here's another one. We need 14 8 workers who wants to go to the system. They want to pay almost 10 million. I will do that. And you get a small warning on the mission saying that hostile ships will be sent against you and there will be pirates out to try and catch you. And we're just going to go through the board, see if we can find as many missions as we can, hopefully as high-paying missions as possible. And in the beginning, it can take a long time to get the missions because there will be a lot of missions down here that you don't have access to in the requirement not met section. So in the beginning, you might actually want to go in and have a look at some of these missions here and find some that are not wanted and then take those in some of your smaller cabins just to get them filled up quicker, because otherwise it can take a very long time to get all your cabins filled out. There's 6, 8 workers here as well. What you can also do is just finish this board here. 3 tourists for 500,000, that's actually very low, but let's take it anyway. Okay, alternatively, what you can do, go to the mission board here as well. They do offer, at least now, they offer a lot of boom missions, and with my luck, there's none of them right now. Let's see. See, there are also donation missions, more donation missions. Here we have, nope. Normally, here we go, boom data delivery missions. They do have boom missions here that you can take, and that should help you gain your rank. See here as well, I can actually take these if I want to get these up to Allied. So that's another way you can get your standing up initially if you're having a hard time getting this thing started. Anyway, once the board is empty and there's no more of these bulk passenger missions, you simply just have the board hub. I'm currently in a private group, so I'm gonna go to the main menu, gonna log into solo, go into solo, and I'm gonna stack again, gonna go through the board again, see if I can take all these bulk missions. And I'm going to keep doing that until all my passenger cabins are full. Or at least I have only maybe a few, 3, 4 slots left, because then I don't want to board hop anymore. So I'm just going to do that now, and then you guys can join me once the ship is full. Okay, my passenger cabins are now full. See, we go to our inventory, go to cabins. You can now see that we have all the cabins filled out, actually apart from just 1 spot in 1 economy class. So that's pretty good. So now we're ready to head out. And we're of course going to head to that LQ Hydro system. There it is. 13.3 light years away. So make sure you have that kind of jump range. Remember that incorrectly before. And again, we don't have any illegal cargo, or as long as we're just careful when we go there, we don't bump into too much, so our shield will not go down, then we're pretty much just good to go. So let's get over to the system. And once we are in the system, we're of course just heading straight for the station. You can see here it's just over 14,000 light seconds away, so it's going to take a little bit of time to get out there, but trust me, it's going to be worth your while. So I'll see you guys out there. Touchdown! We are now at our target location, so all there is to do now is just to go in to the passenger hangar and begin to hand in missions. Now, when you do it, just keep a good eye on your transaction tab over here, so you're absolutely sure you have handed in all the missions. It would really be a shame to go back, because if you run out of either cargo space, material space, or data space, and the mission offers that as a reward, then you're not going to be able to complete the mission. So make sure you have room in all of these. And again, make sure you have your 4 tons of cargo here. So I'm just going to begin to hand in missions. I was at 67.7 when I started, I think. So I'm just going to hand in missions, and let's see how much credit I make. And that should be the last mission. We look, I went from 2,567 to 2,649 million. So that's 82 million credits for that one run between one station to the other. Now, a trip like this normally takes me between 20 minutes and half an hour. And that is everything from stacking all the missions, moving over here, handing in missions, and flying back to the station. Of course, haven't done that yet, but of course you have to fly back now, and you can, if you want, you can see if there's any missions going back, but I normally don't find any. That's just going to go to the wrong station, for instance. So I would normally just fly back with an empty ship because it's a lot faster. And so if we look at around 80 million is approximately what you're going to get per run. And if you do these between 20 minutes to half an hour per run, that puts you well above the 200 million per hour mark. This is absolutely an insane amount of credits that you can make. So that's pretty much the method. Before we end though, I would really like to ask you to subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot to me if you would join the community around the channel, come over on Discord and have a talk and say hi. We always open, lots of friendly people over there. So do that. And yeah, if you liked the video, if you found it useful, give it a like down below. And yeah, subscribe to the channel, maybe even become a Patreon. And until next time, I will see you guys in space.